and welcome back to the New View from Downtown. Here we're back with Evan Handler from the hit show And Just Like That. Evan has played Charlotte's husband Harry in the Sex and the City universe 4 years. It's great to have you back.
For more years than anyone wants to
Come on.
realize.
How many is it?
I guess it's over 20 years for me.
That's
They've
so
been doing it
nice.
for 25, off and on. The relationships require rejuvenation. We take 5 to 6 years off from each
There you
other,
go.
and then we come back. I offend everyone, and then they come back when they're willing to re-engage with me.
Yeah. Harry gets thrown for a loop in this season.
That is true, yeah.
And that actually echoes a personal experience of yours?
Yeah, I mean, I was known for it at one time, but maybe people have forgotten. But when I was 24 years old, I was diagnosed with a supposedly incurable acute myeloid leukemia. It's now considered treatable and curable, but at the time, bone marrow transplantation was really quite new. So I had even an autologous bone marrow transplant, meaning they used my own bone marrow, treated outside my body, and then used as the donor dose. I'm getting in the weeds here. But anyway, I had a very traumatic experience for about 5 years with the diagnosis, treatment, remission, recurrence. I was a Broadway actor at the time. I was in a Neil Simon play, had to leave the play. I got back on Broadway in another Neil Simon play. I came up with the joke that Neil Simon plays are carcinogenic. Only for me, I guess. And had some really harsh experiences and wrote a book about it called Time on Fire.
And bless you for being so open about that. I'm a bone marrow transplant person, and I can empathize with a lot of what you went through. But let's talk about the show, shall we?
Yes.
Okay, here's a clip.
Hi, honey. What are you doing here?
I'm buying Lily a Life Isn't Over gift. What are you doing here? Harry.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. I did not want you two to ever meet.
Oh, Harry, do you want to tell her, or should I?
Tell me what, and bear in mind, I cannot hear any more bad news.
Bonnie is my personal shopper.
That is not what we were expecting, Evan.
That's the first time I've seen that clip. That's very funny. But I also think, like, if the worst thing you have to confess to your wife is that you have a secret personal shopper, that's a pretty good marriage.
You're good. That's a good point that you made there.
Yeah.
Kristen Davis,
It's a tough intro, though.
Well, he was there buying a gift for her. He confesses that, and then he defends himself by saying, listen, if this, and this, that's what you get from me if I didn't have her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would Charlotte and Harry's #1 marital advice be?
Good question. Maybe a secret personal shopper could be useful.
Because they've made it work over the years. I mean, and they had a little bumpy start.
Yeah, but I think they started out with such honesty, right?
True.
Because Harry told her, I was thinking about this scene just earlier today. There was a scene at Bitsy Muffling's wedding where Harry tells her, I have to marry a Jew. Foreign to me, but he laid it out, and then she had her feelings got revealed that she was settling for someone who didn't live up to her standards, and he walked out. So they let it be known, what their needs were and where things stood, and I think that's.
Good advice.
Thank you for leading me to it. That I think is good advice. That you maybe it's going to wreck things, maybe it's going to fall apart. But you've said what you need and let the chips fall.
And in real life, you've been married for, as I understand it, 22 years?
I got married pretty much as the same time as I got married on the show. Which was
interesting,
kind of an
right?
Incredible thing. And then I have these teenage kids on the show, and now my daughter has just graduated high school and is
congratulations!
Going to college in the fall. Thank you,
That's
thank you.
Big time.
It's a big thing, big changes.
Yeah.
She's going to be taking a train around Europe with some friends this summer, which is a big new thing. I mean, my wife is from Italy, so they spend every summer over there anyway. But it's these new departures away from the parents are new.
A little empty nest action.
Yeah.
So do you feel, though, that there are moments that life imitates art, or vice versa?
For sure, yeah. My wife had only been in the country 2 years when I met her. And my first episodes on this show aired just as we met, and then we're away from each other for about a month, and we communicated a lot over that month, but we had our first official date after getting to know each other a little bit from phone calls. And we went on a date just as the first episodes that I was in of Sex and the City started to air. And we tried to walk from Lincoln Center to Times Square, and we had trouble getting to the theater because there were crowds of young women screaming, Harry, Harry, we love you.
Oh, wow. This is good timing, though, for the,
I had never had anything like that happen before in my life. I was 42 years old.
Of course, you seated the whole crowd there.
And my wife is witnessing this, and I'm thinking, how is this affecting her? It has to affect her. And I'm having two incompatible fantasies occur simultaneously. I want to turn to her and say, listen, you're just the kind of woman I've always wanted to meet, but can we pick it up again in 6 months or so?
Oh, man.
But I kept that to myself.
You made the right choice.
Good job, Evan.
New episodes of Just Like That debut Thursdays at 9 Eastern on Max.
goodness.
Thank you for coming in.
You're a delight.